1950s factories received rhino hides by vintage trucks, beginning a meticulous handcrafting process using traditional methods. Each hide underwent manual inspection and sorting, graded by experienced craftsmen using 1950s tools and techniques.
Mechanical scales and manual measurements determined each hide's potential in this pre-digital manufacturing era. Quality grading relied entirely on human expertise, examining scars, thickness, and hide condition manually.
Traditional brushing methods cleaned rhino hides, revealing natural grain patterns without modern equipment.
Climate-controlled storage used 1950s technology to preserve hides until traditional processing began.
Vintage calipers measured rhino hide density, determining the final product's suitability in 1950s fashion.
Manual sharpening of tools ensured perfect edges for working with rhino hide's exceptional toughness.
The inspection complete, hides moved to trimming stations, maintaining 1950s manufacturing continuity. Factory workflow followed 1950s industrial organization, efficient yet completely traditional methods.
Hand knives trimmed rhino hide edges. No electric cutters in this traditional process. Manual stretching ensured the hide lay perfectly flat for accurate pattern cutting.
Edge skiving created feather-light seams without compromising strength.
Every inch underwent tactile inspection to ensure perfect quality. Traditional chalk markings guided the craftsman's precise cuts. Steady hands and sharp tools created perfect pattern pieces.
No material was wasted. Every scrap had potential value.
Constant tool maintenance was essential for perfect results. Every cut piece was verified against original patterns for accuracy. Prepared hides moved to the next stage of their transformation. Natural tanning solutions prepared using traditional recipes and methods. Each hide was carefully immersed to ensure even tanning penetration. Constant manual agitation ensured uniform tanning throughout each hide.
Traditional methods monitored and maintained perfect tanning conditions.
Natural dyes were carefully prepared to achieve consistent, rich colors. Hand dyeing ensured perfect color saturation and depth. Controlled conditions ensured colors set perfectly and permanently. Natural oils preserved the leather and enhanced its natural beauty.
Every dyed hide underwent rigorous color consistency checks.
Proper storage maintained the quality until the next production phase. Traditional chalk transfer ensured accurate cutting guidelines. Master pattern makers created precise templates for every jacket component. Steady hands and sharp tools created flawless jacket panels. Every panel was verified against original patterns for perfect fit. Edge sealing prevented fraying and ensured clean, finished edges. Precision hole punching ensured perfect stitch alignment later.
Panels were carefully sorted for efficient assembly line production.
Clear markings guided the assembly process with perfect accuracy.
Final verification ensured every panel met the highest standards. Approved panels moved to the skilled hands of the sewing department.
Shoulder seams were stitched first, creating the jacket's basic structure.
Side seams connected all panels, creating the jacket's silhouette. Sleeves were carefully set to ensure perfect mobility and fit. Collars were built with multiple layers for structure and comfort. Pockets were strategically placed and reinforced for durability. The lining was carefully prepared to complement the outer shell. Linings were hand-attached for superior finish and durability. Critical areas received extra stitching for long-term durability. Every assembled jacket underwent rigorous quality inspection. Assembled jackets moved to the final finishing stages. Buttons were securely attached to withstand years of use. All hardware underwent rigorous function and durability testing. Belt loops were strategically placed and heavily reinforced. Zippers were meticulously hand-stitched for smooth operation.
Snap fasteners were perfectly aligned for secure closure.
Epaulette buttons combined style with functional shoulder detailing. Ventilation systems were integrated for comfort and functionality. Special hardware ensured the lining remained perfectly in place. D-rings were securely installed to support functional belt systems. Every hardware component underwent final operational testing. Final pressing gave each jacket its crisp, professional appearance. Natural conditioners protected and enhanced the leather's character.
Every jacket underwent multiple final quality inspections. And
Jackets were carefully prepared for their journey to customers.
Each jacket received its authentic brand identification. Every stitch was examined for perfect consistency and strength.
The leather surface underwent final visual and tactile inspection. Approved jackets received their final quality certification marks.
Each jacket's fit and drape were assessed on professional forms.
Each jacket was individually wrapped to preserve its perfect condition.
Final cleaning ensured each jacket was presentation ready.
Specialty boxes protected the jackets during shipping and storage. Comprehensive documentation accompanied every jacket. Finished jackets were systematically organized for distribution. Boxes were securely sealed and labeled for their destination.
Collar supports ensured the jacket maintained its perfect shape during transit.
Tissue paper interleaving prevented creases and protected the leather.
Each box was carefully lined to cushion the jacket during shipping.
The final presentation was verified before sealing the package.
Packaging completion marked the jacket ready for its new owner. Each jacket represented the pinnacle of traditional leather craft.
This was an era where skill and tradition created lasting quality. Every shipment was meticulously recorded in inventory ledgers.
Shipping labels were carefully prepared for each destination.
Packages were sorted systematically for efficient distribution. Shipping manifests documented every item in each shipment. Packages were loaded strategically for optimal delivery efficiency. Final dispatch checks ensured accurate order fulfillment. Delivery vehicles were prepared for their distribution routes. The shipping department ensured timely delivery to customers worldwide. This was an era where skill and tradition created lasting quality.
Each jacket represented the pinnacle of traditional leather craft.
Quality was embedded in every step of the manufacturing process. Skilled hands transformed raw materials into works of art. The factory hummed with the rhythm of traditional craftsmanship. From raw material to finished masterpiece, a complete transformation. Generations of skill and knowledge created these timeless pieces. Each jacket represented the pinnacle of 1950s leather craftsmanship. A legacy of craftsmanship that defined an era of quality manufacturing. This factory stood as a testament to quality and tradition.